So there's a term called anti-Shiism, and the term was finally invented in 2011 when there was a height for the massacres against the Shia people, and it was given a term which is anti-Shiism, and it's the prejudice or hatred against the Shia Muslims based on their religion and heritage. And the reason why it was very easy for this situation to come about is because, again, the Sunni sect takes up 85% of the Muslim population, and the Shia sect only takes up 15%, and that 15% is also with other minorities, not just the Shia people. So it's very easy for not only for us to be oppressed, but also for our rights to be compromised, because we're already a marginalized community. And these are some just a few pictures of what's going on in Pakistan right now. So people are protesting for people to stand up for what's going on against the Shias. And the Hazara killings have been going on for a very long time. But justice is not being served. The media is not covering it. Not many people are actually giving much attention to the situation that it deserves. So the growing anti-Shiism in Pakistan. And basically, there are many groups that have formed throughout time which their main goal is to cleanse Pakistan of the Shia people because they believe we are kafir. And for example, there's a group, Lashkar-e-Jangvi, and their main goal is to make the Shia people, they want to make them non-Muslim legally in regards to the constitution. And the reason why this could be so chaotic is because the situation against the Shia people is already it's already a very bad situation. And if we are legally seen as non-Muslim, it will give them another reason to retaliate against us, and the situation will be even more chaotic. And as you can see, I did make a few points that it's 10, it says 10 Shias are killed in target killing across Pakistan, but those are only the 10 that are being reported. There's much more than that. And also the processions and the mosques of the Shias are always being bombed very frequently by these extremists. And there are also other forms of persecution. They come in different forms and they make life just as hard for the Shia community when someone is targeted. But like economic persecution. If a company finds out in Pakistan that you are Shia, you could either not be hired or you could be laid off. Because this is just a way to cut down the Shia influence in the community. If you do not have your own sustenance, you cannot invest in yourself. And if you cannot invest in yourself, you can't invest on spreading the religion, and that's what they want. They want to cut down the Shia community in Pakistan to their roots. And then there's also social persecution. As I said before, that the Shia community is very marginalized. We take a very small percentage of the Muslim population, especially in Pakistan. And if we don't have the support of our Sunni brethren, we can't stand up for our rights, and we can't have people that also support what our goal is. And so I really want to share what we can do to stop this. I know there's a lot of youth in this room, and I want to push for some things that we can do. For example, being aware. It's very important that we keep up with the news and keep up with the current events because we need to be educated on what's going on with our community. So this is a resource that I use very often for my news outlet, which is like the Shia Post, and it's a very condensed news. It's basically articles on what's going on in the world, and it's just for the Shia community. It's not for it's just for what's going on to the communities in Pakistan, Iran, Iraq, Bahrain, and then it's just for us. So we can see in a very condensed manner, that what's going on to our communities. Also, there's Ummah, and Ummah is not really a news outlet, but they have very nice reports. Like a rundown of what's going on in each situation. For example, they have a Pakistan report, a crisis in Iraq. So it's like you can become an expert in this topic very easily. And also Twitter. Twitter, I feel like, is one of the strongest social medias you can use in today's day because you get news very easily. You can somebody will say something and it'll be trending on Twitter. It's like, for example, Chapel Hill. It was trending on Twitter #1 before any news outlet could actually talk about it with a non-biased opinion. And also leadership in your MSA. I can't really emphasize this enough because MSAs are, again, because the Sunni sect makes up a large majority of the Muslim population, the MSAs are usually run by those Sunni students. So they can't really push towards a Shia agenda. And that's where we come in, that if Shia students can hold a leadership role in these MSAs, we can not only influence what the MSA does, but also push for a Shia agenda. There are many, as you all know, MSAs do a lot of charity and fundraising. And if we give those charities and fundraising to, for example, the Shahid Foundation, which is catered towards the Shia people in need, it could make a huge difference. And also, I think it's important to know what to say and when to say it. So I attended an event at Idara Jafria, which is in Maryland, I think last Friday, and we collaborated together and made up a set of talking points. The reason why this is important is because people, first of all, religion and politics is a very sensitive issue. People can't sit down and listen, and also people can't sit down and listen to your 2-hour history lecture on why ISIS is what it is, or why the Taliban came to have so much power that it has today in Pakistan. So we collaborated together and we made a very condensed outline of talking points that we could use to start a conversation with our fellow colleagues or our students. And for example, Shia genocide. A lot of people actually are saying that the stuff that's happening against the Shia community in Pakistan is not a genocide. But it's actually, by definition, it's exactly what it is. For example, it's the deliberate killing of a large group of people, especially those of a particular ethnic group or nation. And that's exactly what's going on to the Shia community in Pakistan. They're being targeted and they're being killed for belonging to a certain ethnicity or belonging to a certain religious sect. Humanitarian versus political issue. People are bringing up the fact that there are two political parties that are fighting against each other and trying to gain more power, and so it's a political issue, when really it's not. I can't really emphasize enough that it is a humanitarian problem. People are being killed, and I think that's enough for news channels to understand that this should be reported. What's the last one? And then there are common misconceptions. For example, people are saying that there's violence on both sides, that the Shias are also killing Sunnis, and that's not right. The extremist groups are usually coming from the Sunni sect, and they belong to people with Wahhabi and Salafi ideology, and they're just promoting that. And they want to cleanse Pakistan of the Shia sect. So there isn't violence on both sides. It's just that one extremist group which belongs to the Sunni people. And also, reasons why people should be acting for this is because, for example, the Peshawar killing. I'm sure all of you have heard of it. There were 144 children that were shot from the Taliban. That was a political issue. There were political reasons as to why that happened. But the thing is that we didn't deal with that problem head on, when it was happening, and it grew. And those people had enough confidence to go out and kill children who were actually the children of military ranks. And that just gives an example when a situation is not dealt with, how chaotic it can be. Also, there's a misconception. For example, Global Human Rights Organization denounced that the Shia genocide is in Pakistan, and that's not right. The Human Rights Watch, the Amnesty International, and the Human Rights Commission of Pakistan have announced that there is a Shia genocide going on. People are being killed and targeted because of their ethnicity or because of their religious sect. And these are misconceptions that I feel like us together as a community need to address, because we essentially are the Shia people. We are a very small minority, yet we are the students of Imam Jafar Sadiq. We have the intellect. So we have the intellect and we have the knowledge to basically address these situations and have influence over our MSAs and also be involved politically. I feel like our funds should be going to the people that need it in Pakistan. And it's very important that we follow the hadith of the Prophet, and do exactly what he said, which is to be concerned for our ummah, but also speak out and do something for our ummah. And if you guys want, I can actually forward the talking points to anyone who wants it. And this is just my humble effort to really bring out the awareness for what's going on in Pakistan. Also because a lot of families have been affected by this, especially in this area, in Maryland, in DC. We have family and we have friends who have been affected by, these extremists that think that it's their right to kill us. When really, even if they think we are wrong, it shouldn't be happening. We're people and lives aren't, valueless. We're valuable people. And thank you for listening.